Good evening to all present partners. How are you today?
Fine.
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 The meeting schedule for today is to decide on the explanation plan for Marcia Jeans Company. Each representative of the four countries will present the reasons why they consider it to be the best location for the new factory. We will start with country A. Tell us about it.
Good morning, everyone. Afghanistan has an annual growth rate of 2%, an inflation rate of 5%, and interest rates of 10 to 15%, and a high unemployment rate of 25 to 30%. The country is trying to establish its economy since it has a lot of debt. The country has a good rail network and a new international airport, but it has bad roads, and the seaport is in poor condition, which will make the movement of goods a bit difficult. Wage rates are really low. Most industries do not have unions, and the labor force is not very skilled. So it requires a lot of training to produce jeans. Finally, the government may contribute 30% of the cost for the new factory, but this does not hide the fact that it is a country with high corruption and political problems.
It is a country that has several problems.
Well, Sergio, now tell us about country B.
Okay, good morning, college. Lithuania is a country that is economic growth of 1.5%, an inflation rate that has been low in the last year, standing at 0.5%. Interest rate of 8 to 10%, generating an increase in the financial expense of the company. In the unemployment rate has been falling to 3%. Lithuania is a modern country with many manufacturing industry. In the field of transport, it has a fully integrated road and rail network and international airport. Although it does not have a seaport, achieving difficulties in custom transit. The skilled workforce is scarce, has strong unions and high wage rates. In conclusion, the country has a stable government, is a member of a large trade group, strict pollution laws, has incentive for the construction of new factories, and taxes are very high.
Very interesting, Sergio.
College Dana, now tell us about the next country on the first Greece.
Yes, and well, the economy of Greece is with a growth rate of 8%, inflation rate 10%, interest rates for 6%, unemployment rate 12%, and currency exchange rate unstable. In the transport sector, goods transport around the main seaports. A small but well-managed airport and road network needs investment. For the work part, and not much skilled labor available, very strong unions in the clothing industry and wage rates low but rising fast. Finally, the first free election for a democratic government were held last year. There are limits on the profit which company can take out of the country, and not much paperwork required for importing and exporting goods. There is a strong protest movement against international companies which are accused of harming local firms.
It is also a country that has some shortcomings.
Now, let's review how country D is forward marching.
Okay. I researched about Mexico in order to know if it's possible to expand to this territory. The data I found was the following. Recording this economy, this country has a growth rate of 4%. This is explained because they have a lot of industry and it it has an inflation of 5% and interest rate of 8 and 12%. It's very variable. It has um, an unemployment rate of 12%, which is very common in Latin American countries. For example, the rate in Colombia is 13%. Okay. The transport. A negative point is that its road and rail network is in poor condition. However, the government has not noticed this problem and has an investment program for its improvement, but it may take 5 to 10 years. Okay. Labor. This country has large number of qualified personnel. It's explained since its neighboring country, the United States, proving them with a lot of knowledge. However, the workers don't like to work for long hours, has strong unions and low pay rates. Final comments. Something negative is that it requires a lot of paperwork for new business. On the other hand, it has a high degree of pollution in the air and water. They conclude with a point in favor. We find that profits are tax-free for the first 3 years. Companies must allocate 5% of their profits to training found for their works, an aspect that it's very positive since it allow of staff improvement.
Okay, finally, analyzing the economy of the countries mentioned, it is much more profitable to locate the factory in the country of Louisiana, since it is a country that has better economic indicators compared to the other countries analyzed. And on the other hand, its access to the market is favorable. This indicates that we will obtain higher returns and a large target